All right, so you're 8, you move to the burbs after a few years, and you're what? You're like the bad city bitch? Like, are girls like, whoa, guys like, whoa?
We moved with, you should have saw the car my dad had. I was so embarrassed. We pull up with like this Lincoln Cadillac, like it's like so fucking old. He had to drive me to school. I'm like, I don't want, no.
Drive me around the corner, I'll just walk.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed.
And is this like a swanky town? Like you're in a bougie town now?
Yeah, well, not bougie, but like bougie neighborhood. We're in like the only nice neighborhood, but we moved there because my cousins live there, and they're like my only normal family. So it's my dad's sister. We're neighbors. We actually bought the house next to them. So I grew up having them as my sisters, which was awesome. So I move into town with them, and they're telling all their friends, like, all right, my cousin's coming. Like, we have to be nice to her. Like, I don't know, she's a little different. We gotta be cool. And I come in, and like, you can just tell, like, everyone was like, what the fuck? I don't know. I was just so different than all the other kids, and I mediated my way into it, and I kind of just rounded everyone up. I'm like, no, this is the friend group. This is what we're doing.
Really?
And just made it work.
So so even at that age is kind of where you're like a leader, or you're prone to like take things in your own hands.
My friends call me boss. It's funny.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're like the aces and I'm the boss. It's kind of bizarre now looking back at it.
I mean, that really says so much though. It's like,
I know.
Sometimes, like when I'll do these interviews, sometimes people are like, I never had any indication that I was going to be this, that, or the other thing. But then in some cases, it's like a lot of the writing was on the wall in a lot of different ways that this was going to happen one way or the other. But it sounds like you never had, like, maybe you were confident in social settings and in yourself and all that, but you're not sitting there thinking like, all right, so 10 more years, I'll be, a superstar.
No. I always thought I was going to be behind the scenes. So when I moved to the suburbs, I got my first laptop for Christmas that year, and I was like the first one with a laptop, and I was like, let's make movies. So I would direct movies on my laptop I would hold auditions for everyone in my neighborhood, and I would direct them.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I know, crazy. And I still have them too. And we would direct them, then I got a waterproof camera so we could get like underwater shots of my little pool in my backyard. And like
above ground?
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. Then 2 years later, we got the
in-ground. Yeah. Leveled
up. So I was doing that. We were making all these scary movies, and like I would write all the plots and the characters, but I liked being behind the scenes.
Okay.
And I don't know. Now I look back and I'm like, okay, like it was all there in front of me. Like, I guess I should have.
Dude, that is fucking like.
I know.
You're like 12 years old. You're holding auditions. Like next, like come on in and like making movies. That's also such a perfect story about like the timing of it all. Because if you're born like 10 years earlier, 20 years earlier, you can do, like I said, we would have like fucking big clunky camcorder or whatever. But you in your hands and your laptop, you've got like a whole fucking movie studio.
iMovie changed my life.
Yeah, right? I mean, for real. So you teach yourself how to do that.
I teach myself how to do that. Then it turned into like music videos, and then we started doing skits, and then Vine came along. That was like the first platform that I found, and
what age
loved
is that?
it. I think I was 13. So I was in high school, and you get made fun of if you post videos, right? So I was like, fuck it.
Really?
Yeah. Like I got made fun of hard.
That.
But like
being a social media kid at that point was like, you're a nerd, you're a loser?
Yeah, because, well, not like that, but I was like being funny on it. And I feel like a lot, I don't know.
Like goofy?
Yeah, like telling jokes and shit. Like I remember like I made one, like drop the soap type of joke on it, and I got shit for it for so fucking long because it's your freshman year of high school. All the girls are trying to be like pretty and popular and fit in, and here I am being a douchebag on Vine. People are like, what the fuck? Like, you're a weirdo. But then I was just like, no, fuck it. And then I started blowing up on Vine, and people were like, oh no, this is so cool.
Yeah,
like,
now you come around.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I hated that so much.
I think one of the biggest like misconceptions or most warped things is the way weird is viewed. You know, like if you view weird as a negative, you're fucking probably lame. You're probably boring.
Yeah.
You know, like weird, different, creative, interesting, intriguing is where it's at.
I say that about everyone. Everyone always asks me how people at Barstool are like. I'm like, everyone's a weirdo.
Everyone's got their own weirdo lane.
And if you weren't a weirdo, like you can't do what we're doing.
Right. And I also love that It started out with all guys, obviously, so it was always that we're frat boys. None of us were in frats.
No, I know.
That were like party animals. Like, yeah, we got down, but nothing crazy. That we're all like banging chicks and wild party. It's like, we're all internet nerds.
It's like the complete
I'm on my
opposite.
blog today. I'm worried about my followers and my engagement,
Yeah,
you know? And
it's crazy.
Like, the furthest thing from any of that, and I'm sure it's the same kind of shit for girls. Where it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you were like on your iMovie, you know, editing and
Yeah, I was like
not
always a weirdo.
Right.
Yeah.
But what's weird as a kid always ends up coming out like as an adult. That's actually pretty cool. That's a talent.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You look back at it. Yeah, my parents always thought it was so cool, and I'm like, what? You don't get it? Like, it's so easy. But now I look back, I'm like, okay, that was
No.
actually really cool.
That